What up, everybody? It's your man Shadow, and we are here on another episode of the Spotlight. Because that's what we do. We shine the light on this. Shout out to Greedy Greg, bruh. Good looking out on the support, man. Oh, it's you gotta love this shit. That's the only way you can really survive this entertainment shit is you have to be in love with it, because you sacrifice so much and put so much on hold and spend so much money on this shit. Like, the only way you can be involved in this is that you love it. So shout out Greedy Greg, because he had talked to us on Taking It Back Tuesdays and gave us some real knowledge that I hope y'all wrote it down, recorded it, did something with your iPhone. I don't know, but fuck, do something with it, because you can't pay for that. By the way, if you have something that doesn't really have that oomph to it, make sure you get in touch with Greedy Greg. He is Mr. Fix-It. He gonna have your shit banging. For those of you who don't know him, get on his gram. That is Greedy G. One word, GREEDYG _B _free. But don't be fooled by the name, because getting it fixed ain't gonna be free. Just saying. Tonight, we have a real legend, a West Coast legend. We have Mr. Kokane. And that name is real, because the boy is dope. Like, you hear it in the background. That's good old funk shit. Now, everybody want to say, Nate Dogg. Yeah, it's cool. You know, he was. Shout out to another legend himself. But before Nate Dogg, it was Kokane, because he was with this funk shit. Go ahead and listen to it. That shit go. That P-Funk type shit. You motherfuckers need to know about this type shit. Shout out Miss Arenas. Thank you for joining. This is that good old funk shit. This is that George Parliament type shit. But it's not George. It's the man who has taken on George's soul. That's what I think personally. I think George Clinton is pretty much like chilling around Kokane's house, coming up with great ideas, doing all these great things. But you know, that's just me. I'm a little Southern kid. I might believe in some shit like that, but you know, it is what it is. But tonight we have a real true legend. Trust me, I bring y'all only the best. Tonight we have Kokane. Ladies and gentlemen, this man has been involved with some of the biggest artists this game has ever put out. Eazy-E, NWA. Yeah, they're not the same. Come on. You got Snoop. You got Above the Law. You got every damn body. 213. Like, this man has really been putting in his work. And he deserves the accolades and his flowers given to him right motherfucking now. So, if nobody else has said it, I'm going to say it. Thank you for being one of the pioneers who has founded this West Coast hip-hop shit. This is what it is. East Coast, by far, started it. West Coast, we done mastered this shit. So, this is what it is. So, I had to go ahead and put on the little NY to give shout out to the East Side, you know. But I'm out here. I'm originally from the South. I'm out here on this West, so I don't know how to get down with the East Coast cats. So shout out to you for being the innovators, being the guys at the front line who started this shit. But it is what it is, player. But we just gonna wait a while for it. I'm gonna keep playing this and, you know, keep putting little sounds in it, because, you know, Instagram and Facebook want to shut you down if they hear something. So every now and then you might hear something like this in it. Maybe even because this shit is fire. You hear it. This shit. Come on now. This sounds like something that when you was a little kid, sleep early, and the parents was having a little party. This is shit your mama come and wake you up. Come on, baby, come dance for the people. You slide out there crying in some footy pajamas. But you did it, and you did your best. You got to sit right back to the room, because they was partying. Dominoes, Bid Whiz. Come on now. This is definitely that in the park, in the backyard, barbecue type music. I just see some cat, and out here in the West Coast, we barbecue differently. If your pitmaster doesn't really have a pistol on this side with his apron and some open-toed sandals with socks on, I don't know how you cooking, bruh. I really don't get it. Cause them the best ones. Somebody need to call Mr. Kane though, and be like, "Hey, bro, you know you supposed to be doing an interview? Oh shit! Let me go ahead." This shit go though. When I first heard this, I had to hear it over a damn cell phone. It didn't do it justice. I was at the job. I went sat in the car through this shit. I was like, okay, there it is. We gonna find this man. Maybe he's waiting on me, which is fine, cause oh no. I see you. What the hell? Hold on, y'all. I gotta do some. Here we go. Okay, I was about to say. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we sit here with a legend among motherfucking legends of this West Coast shit. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on the spotlight, I bring you Mr. Kokane, who is sitting in the darkest room in his house. Bruh.
I'm actually in the field wiggling. You know, I'm in the car. You know.
Okay. I mean? Yeah, I get it, bruh, because cats like you can't sit still. You one of them innovators. You come from that school where don't nothing come to a sleeping man but dreams.
Righteous.
So, you know, I get it. Now, where exactly are you out here on the West? Because I know you West Coasting.
Absolutely, man. I'll stay up in Washington. You know what I'm saying? Tacoma, Washington.
Now, how is it up there with all that water that fall out the sky?
That's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean?
That's a little different from LA, though, bruh.
Yeah, you know, but I'm always wiggling back and forth, you know, to home. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it was good for me because I'm a family man. You know what I mean?
Okay,
so
okay.
It was good for my kids, you know, scholastic. So,
and in the end,
you know,
that's what it's all about.
That.
When in the end, that's what it's all about. Taking care of them seeds. I get it, bro. I get it.
Absolutely.
So, we're going to go ahead and do this while you out there in the field doing what you're doing in wetland Washington. Well, a lot of people don't know, because through my homework assignment I was given, I found out you originally from New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
South Bronx.
Okay, so the South Bronx. Now, here's my question to you, because you got a lot in your background that I know a lot of people ain't going to know about, but they're going to find out tonight.
Righteous.
You moved to L.A. from the South Bronx. What was that shit like? Because that had to be like a weird, eye-opening kind of situation for you.
Well, you know, I had to go with the flow because I was just a shorty. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, we all did it.
And, you know, my dad and my mom is in the industry. And, you know, my dad had a project because he you know, a lot of people don't know, my father is a legend from Motown. You know what I mean? So, you know, plus my mom was singing, so, you know, at that time it was too cold because originally they flew a month to it was about a month because they was in Paris doing a project. So they came to New York, you know what I mean, because they, you know, had some dealings with some people out there. And lo and behold, man, I was born where I was born, and it was too cold for me to even know it. You know, the landscape, because, you know, it was, you know, they moved when I was just a shorty, you know what I mean? So as far as the lifestyle is concerned, that comes from the East Coast, I really don't know nothing about that. I only know West Coast, you know what I mean? But
Okay.
Rakim said it best. It ain't where you from, it's where you at. And I'm very proud of my roots, you know what I mean? Because when you look at it, you got to look at some of the cats, you know, that was in the game, like Tupac. He from the East Coast, like Ice-T. He
Jersey.
from the East Coast.
Yep.
Yeah, so, you know, Rakim said it best, man. It ain't where you from, it's where you at, you know? I feel good, man. I got the best of both worlds.
Now, my thoughts on coming from the East out here to the West, it's like you said, you get the best of both worlds because, you know, out here, we with that, you got to have that slap. You got to have your shit where it's banging in the trunk. You got to talk that
Right.
street gangster shit. But back East,
Right.
it's all about the lyrical. So any cat
Yeah.
who has been back and forth and come from that kind of soil and that kind of upbringing, you kind of the epitome of it because even though you was, you know, the little one, the young one flying around, you still got a lot of lyricalness into you because in some of the stuff that you say is like, how did he come up with that? Like how did he even put that into lyrics like that?
Man, well, we was always on some B-boy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
You
ain't
know,
gonna lie.
straight face, you know. And growing up in those eras in 1970 and 80, you know, that was authentic. It was authentic player shit, authentic B-boy shit, authentic DJ shit or whatever. You know, so, you know, it was a blessing to be able to be exposed to that music.
Okay.
You know, just as well as funk and soul. And then, you know, we just had the chance to, you know, tell our tale, what side we come from, you know, and it was a beautiful thing, man. I had a conversation with Curtis Blow, right? And it was just so amazing, you know what I'm saying, how, you know, to be able to give them their flowers and work with the legends like that because, you know, as we were growing and doing our thing on the West Coast, I mean, we was banging a lot to Schoolie D,
Right.
a lot to, you know, Grandmaster Flash,
Facts.
you know, Treacherous 3, Fat Boys, rest in peace to Prince Marky D.
Rest in peace to Prince.
You know what I'm saying?
Prince Marky
It's
D.
like we were raised correctly, fam.
Right.
We was raised to get our elbows off the table when Granny said so.
And fast too.
Yeah, so, you know, with that, you know, I started off in the early 80s. And I used to do a lot of talent shows. And my cousin had a group, because my cousin is Code 187 from Above the Law. You know what I mean?
One of the coldest groups ever
he
come
had
out.
a group. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we used to do a lot of things in this small town, but had a big name in the game when it came to hustling and gangbanging was Pomona, California. You know what I mean? And then, you know, it was a lot of stuff going on out there because dudes from LA, New York, all over used to come to the Pomona County, LA Fairgrounds. You know what I'm saying? And in this club called Grand Central Station. It was a hot spot in Pomona.
Okay.
So we used to do a lot of things like that. And then later through the years, you know, of course, when the crack game came in, it just turned the game upside down. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't about talent shows. It was about, it was about the gangbanging. It was about the hustle and all that. But we always still had music as an outlet.
Okay.
And then in 1989, Code 187, which is my cousin, you know, Gregory Hutchinson, he said, man, I got a new group, man, and it's called Brother Long. We fucking with Eazy-E. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, count me in.
Rest in peace,
You know
Easy.
what I mean? Rest in peace, Easy. And then, you know, my cousin coined the name Kokane and gave me the name because he said, man, you gonna be the most different nigga out there. You know what I'm saying? Your style. You can do all the Rick James, the George Clinton, the B-boy shit. So Hutch was like going bananas. He was like, man, you need to call yourself Kokane.
There it is.
I sat back for a second, B, and said, hey, man, run that shit. That shit's dope.
Hell
And we've been
yeah.
running with it. Yeah, that's some of the humble surroundings right there. You know, and then I did a 3-song demo, in Pomona, California, at this old school studio called Jimmy Hot Track Studio. And Code 187 produced it. Laylaw, who was a contributing member of NWA, who's also brothers of Gomac, the dude with the perm on the Living Like Hustler, that was a part of Brother Law. They shot that kite to Eazy-E, and it didn't take long for him to get signed. Eazy was like, when he got a hold of that cocaine, he said, man, run that shit, because he loved controversy. You know what I'm saying? And Eazy learned at the early stages, like, shit, Ozzy Osbourne, Eazy was different. He used to hang out with Guns N' Roses type of shit. That's how big he was. You know what I'm saying? So he knew about controversy. And the most controversial name that came to the label, Ruthless Records, original alumni, was the legendary Kokane.
See, what I tell people, that I bring legends to these shows here on hype-radio.com, some of them want to look at me all crazy and, bro, come on, you do legends? Yes, motherfucking legends. Kokane is a real legend. And see, the whole thing of Kokane, like, that name only covers it because, like Code 187 was saying, you are dope, bruh. You have a sound and a way of putting it out like there has never ever been in this game. Period.
Man, much love.
So with that and your background, because like, Pops was big and Mom was a singer also, like your father was a real factor. A real factor. Now, does your musical background kind of come from Mom or Dad, or did you kind of like, maybe I can get in this kind of on your own? How did that come about?
It came from Mom's, Pops. It came from my uncles and aunties.
Okay.
It came from my grandfather, who was a tap dancer, and his cousin was Charlie Bird Parker, a great jazz singer.
What?
And then also, my Uncle Willie Hutch. That's my uncle. So it's kind of like we had the cheat codes.
Real shit.
Because we came from music royalty anyway. You know what I mean? And it just like, we when we came to Ruthless Records, to tell you some real shit, we love how NWA sounded. You know what I'm saying? Because they was like a West Coast version of the Bomb Squad, in my humble opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With that live bass. But see, Eazy allowed us to have our own creativity, and we slowed it down. So like when you hear the Above the Law records, like Living Like Hustlers, like Living Like Hustlers, like Black Mafia Life, Uncle Sam's Curse, Funk Upon a Rhyme, we didn't want to come to Ruthless like, man, we P-Funk babies. You know what I'm saying? Because we love Parliament Funkadelic so much. And plus our Uncle Willie Hutch, my pops, we already knew about music theory, like for real. But then our style of music that we created was just plain old. We don't want to be P-Funk babies. This is G-Funk. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't anticipate the influence or anything like that, fam. It's amazing what artists that were really genuinely influenced by G-Funk that took it to the masses. But yeah, we was just going with the universe, B. It was just like boom. You know how it is, like Crush Groove?
Yeah.
It was going like how hip hop growed and just mutated into something else in the most positive way. That's how we was back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now what's so crazy is
it turned out crazy.
Yeah, what's so crazy is on that first Above the Law album that you blessed, my mama was like, now there y'all go again, stealing some George Clinton shit. I'm like, Mom, this isn't stolen George Clinton. That's an original dude. He's a guy named Kokane really on this. And my mama sat up with me and listened to the first Above the Law album, was like, he's different. I'm like, yeah, he's way different. So for that to get blessed, man, because my mama, she hard on rap sometimes, but it is. Now, with your pops being the composer and producer and big wig he was in the game, Mom being the great singer that she was, all the other uncles and everything being how they were, how did you come up with your sound? Because clearly you got P-Funk in your veins. You George Clinton reborn, bro. Like, there's no denying that. Like I was saying earlier before you came on, George Clinton must be floating around his house. Because there's no other explanation. How did you come up with that sound?
Man, let me tell you something, man. Parliament Funkadelic, and there's a lot of things contributing to, things that influenced me. Stone City, Rick James was cold too. Curtis Mayfield, Johnny Guitar Watson, basically all these greats. But one thing that stuck out like a sore thumb, man, was Parliament Funkadelic. Being able to see the mothership come down.
Ooh.
It just had an impact on you like aliens. You know what I'm saying? So I used to study them back in the 80s, fam. And back then, when people used to laugh at me because I used to sing and rap, you know what I'm saying? Long before your Drakes, you know what I'm saying?
You are a pioneer.
Yeah, he did his thing, doing his thing. But then it was cool because we also had cats like Mixmaster Spade that was flowing in and doing this thing. So I didn't feel like I was too crazy because like a year would pass by. And then you heard Slick Rick doing his thing and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, we on the same page with just singing and rapping.
Right.
You know what I mean? So Hutch recognized that Code 187. He seen I had a little bit something different. And he'll tell anybody that. You know what I'm saying? But you always need a Phil Jackson to pull it out of a Jordan or pull it out of a Kobe Bryant. That's the importance of no matter there's a lot of talented people out there, but you need real coaches to bring the real treasure out of you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's what happened. They pulled it out of me. And just like, once I landed that deal, like I said, with Eazy-E, you know what I mean? I still had a big door jammed in my face because after the Above the Law, Living Like Hustlers came out in 1990, my record was already done, but I had to wait an extra year. And in 1991, Eazy-E landed one of the biggest freaking deals ever, man. He was considered the West Coast Russell Simmons. You know what I'm saying? And that was with Epic Records. Right. Poor, Broken, Lonely, Above the Law, and Kokane.
Right.
But we were so hyped on putting the record, and then guess what happened? At that time, the FCC laws, you got a lot of people saying Joey cracking, cocaine now. You can get away with that shit now.
Yeah, now.
Partner. Back then, partner, it was like they were scared. So 2 months before my record was coming out, we had a cut called Nickel Slick Nigga. It debuted on the charts, did all that shit, right? But then they gave us the gas face, big, like, bam. Changed the name to Who Am I? And then Eazy-E and then was so hot. But see, when you gotta, work out your obligations once you had that contract and agreement. So it didn't matter if it was hot or not.
Right.
But yeah, man, like changed my name and that was a big door jammed in my face. But see, we music royalty, playboy, praise God. You know what I mean? It's in me and I don't.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't go, I was like Chuck D, fuck the radio, you know what I'm saying, type shit anyway at that time. But then, Above the Law, Code 187, they would put me on records. And then, Dr. Dre and Eazy-E was very adamant about what Epic Records did. And they said, man, you Above the Law, make sure y'all come up on the Niggas for Life album. That's when I introduced a character called Sweet Talk. And you hear that character a lot on the East Siders and Snoop Dogg stuff. But I was the one that said, well, all right, y'all across the USC, they don't be known to walk through the shadow of guilt. I should fear no man or no motherfucking clan, because I done seen through the eyes of a real nigga. Your shift, man, tell the pussy Willie your shift. Feel no bumble plot mob, keep Babylon on the run, Zion. The real niggas is back, Ram was busted, but, that really opened up some doors, and that made me feel good because radio was scared to say cocaine at one time.
Radio was real scared to say a lot of things.
But let me tell you something. I appreciate you letting me have the podium.
Oh, bro.
Because it's really like a docu-series. I'm trying to give it
It's
to you. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
my honor, bruh. Trust.
Yeah. So once that happened, man, once those doors got shot in my face, I mean, shut in my face, not shot in my face, shut in my face. That was a good thing for me, Playboy, because it made me work 10 times harder than the next man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, I would go to the studios and people would be like, nigga, Kokane different. Nigga want to hear some Rick James? I'm like, I was born coming up from the ghetto with the OG's never let go. Or if you want to hear some George Clinton, here's my chance to make your day out of my mistake. You know,
They don't do it like you no more, bruh. They don't do it like that.
Cocaine. That nigga sound like his name, Cocaine. So that started a whole trend in the 90s, the early 2000s. And it still continues on to this day, man. That's how I eat, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the sound that I was blessed enough to have, praise God, and put out there and work with so many incredible artists, because I got to contribute that to the artists. It's not a me thing, it's a we thing. You know what I'm saying? It turned into something else. The mystique turned into something else. So, you know, I'm still glad and grateful, man, that it's touching the world still, you know? And you know what I'm saying? It's really overwhelming sometimes, because that's been a 30+ years ride, brother. And it just feel good, man, that I'm at right where I need to be with the people in the streets. With this here phone. Yeah.
Absolute blessing. You mentioned you have a lot of people who you've done work with. Out of that long list, that is, first of all, that list is platinum list. There's not a person on there who didn't get platinum. That's incredible in itself. Who is the absolute best person you have ever worked with, where that just clicked, like it was just unreal?
Man, that's a lot of cash, man.
Give me three. Give me your top 3 favorites.
I mean, come on, man. I gotta say home first, and that's Ruthless.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing Dr. Dre, seeing my cousin, Cole 187, do some incredible things, man. Seeing Eazy-E, you know, and Eazy-E would tell anybody, man, nigga, I ain't no rapper, nigga. He said, but I bet you I handle that business. Easy. I learned so much from Easy, my nigga. He is so underrated.
Yeah,
Missed.
He is.
So missed, homie. You know, and then, of course, my team above the law, Pac. Man, I've never witnessed nobody that worked so fast than Pac.
Right.
He was very serious, you know, but we all go through our, you know, insecurities at times. And, you know, it was just through the universe, you know, God called him in on real quick. But he was able to do what nobody couldn't do in a lifetime.
2 lifetimes.
That's powerful. One person that reminds me of him definitely is Nipsey Hussle. Being able to be on this project from Bullets Don't Have No Names to
shout out Nipsey.
To
Rest
Nipsey.
Peace,
he had the Eazy-E, Tupac mentality, and smooth like Snoop with it, but he did it his way.
Right.
You know, being able to be on the first project, Mr. Untouchable. It's incredible. Man. It's incredible, but it's a lot of people like working with Jay Dilla, High Tech, even P. Diddy. You know, he learned something from P. Diddy. Busta Rhymes, definitely the East Siders, definitely Snoop, because I think I got more songs and collabs with Snoop by himself. That's like, wow.
Well, Snoop has got that old soul. So you with Snoop is my God, it's a no-brainer. Like
yeah.
He always into that old school.
Man, it's locked in.
Yeah, like that's ridiculous. Yeah. Man, like
we made some incredible records together, brother. And actually, we got a single coming out.
See, I was just gonna ask about that.
It's on his shit. Whenever he getting ready to, you know, push the gas on that, it's a hard ass song. We ain't missing a beat. It's called "Talk That Shit to Me."
Okay.
You know what I mean? So You know, we still funkin', baby.
That's the only way to do it. Now, speaking of that, you got a new single, Monkey Wasn't Funky.
Yes, sir.
Now, the name, excuse me, the name alone makes you pay attention. Because when I read it, I was like, wait a minute, that can't be right. That's the real name? I was listening to it over the phone at my desk, and I was like, this ain't doing no justice. I literally ran out to the park and I jumped in the car, plugged it into the system, and heard it. I was like, oh my God, Parliament is back on the planet. Brother,
there you go.
That shit. Who did the production on that?
Man, it's this cat from Paris, France, man, named Mofak.
Paris, France?
And he is so cold. Man, he colder than Penguin Nookie. Real talk. He colder than Penguin Nookie, my man. And he studied us, but when he shot me the beat, I was like, the words just fell out. You know what I mean? And it's like, it reminds you of a modern day Knee Deep Parliament, where it's like, it's not your average R&B song when you listen to Monkey Wasn't Funky. It takes you, like, this is funky shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was done on purpose, man, to really attach itself to the marketing and give the dancers and pop lockers and the cultures and the crumpers a record beats per minute for the DJs to really get up. Instead of bring you down, leaning sometimes, we want to bring you up, put your pistols in the car and get on the dance floor.
Right.
So we were able to run 2 successful campaigns, and the Monkey Wasn't Funky is continuing to grow. We just put the video out there, but you know, we promote this record old school, man. Like, the way we doing with this record is like, you think it's an album. Nah, man, we doing it all the way down from the covers, because brother, we used to buy records on the covers alone. Like when you see that Ice-T or George Clinton record, when you see they don't just, we bringing that shit back and it's working.
Thank you for that, because how I even got into this game was through the guerrilla marketing of sniping and going to the stores, and like you were saying, you would actually buy an album based on the cover. Ice-T with his arm on the Benz with wifey on the back seat, like that shit was real. Egyptian Lover with the clean look, and then Code 187 and Put Out Above the Law. First of all, them was the hardest looking cats that ever stepped on the album cover. I was like, ooh, the windbreaker, ooh, like they put it to a whole new level kind of situation. But, you know, with you guys,
man, there was some cold times.
Yeah, because we come from a whole different era of it is today. Because back then it was, I'm gonna go ahead and sell this. I'm gonna get these D's. I'm gonna get this jewelry. I'm gonna be able to get the women. Now, you gonna take these pills. You gonna drink this lean. I don't know how it became cool. You know, back then you was the dealer. When did it become cool to become the knock?
When the internet came.
The internet is not the cure for cancer. And speaking with that, because you said you promoting this the old school way. Like I said, I came up old school with flyers and sniping and all that. Yeah. Obviously, we can't do that now. So, do you prefer the older marketing tactics over the internet, or you do a combination?
It still works, and you got to look at this. You know, I still run some of my things through my distribution line. You know what I mean? But I only do that to consolidate everything and bring them back home to my own personal site.
Right.
So it's about having a nice site, something that is a secure site that can rate high on Alexia. It's real easy to tap in to get your products. Because the first person that was on that, real talking, that was Prince. Yeah, rest in peace, Prince. Napster and all them people stole his idea. He was on to something. So the reason why singles is cool is a hit and miss if you really trying to, I need this single to chart and all that shit. Man, look, man, I take the Gucci man approach, Playboy. Y'all, all that shit look cool and all, but nigga, what the analytics do. Exactly. At the end of the day, it's all about the business of music and your analytics and how you can have conversion rates and things turn around.
Yes.
And you can't talk on block phones no more to your game, Pippin.
You sure can.
You gotta be niggas is talking on smartphones.
You sure can.
it's that type of analogy that the whole schematics and landscape of everything can change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like for those that really don't change with some of the times, you know what I'm saying? You gonna get left,
You
but
get
it's
left.
cool. It's cool to be kind of like grandma. You know, grandma was the centerpiece of the family. Anything happened to grandma, the family scattered like roaches.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we want to take that energy and apply it with the new technology. You know what I'm saying? Because some of our people gotta wait. We gotta bring some of them old school hood etiquettes and principles back.
Indeed.
Because it's not cool. We just say, nigga, if you own one, drugs and all that kind of shit, nigga, you like, because I done went through my share of things, and nigga, you supposed to say, nigga, that ain't fresh. What the fuck?
It ain't.
So it feel good when the youngsters, because it can't be bad on the youngsters. The OGs got to be accountable too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Just one of those things where we just being accountable. You know what I mean?
Right. Miss Savvy Kids is asking where she can hear the music. Baby girl, you can hear it here on hype-radio.com because it's already been placed in the program and it's in rotation. Matter of fact, when I shut this down, I'm going to run that song back to back real quick for you. So hype-radio.com. Go ahead and get on the website and connect with me. But speaking of other endeavors, because obviously your music is game tight. But I got two things we're going to talk about here. Because you talk about adapting to the situation and coming up with a higher level and being able to do Alexa and everything. You have a website. Is it Bud Boy or?
No, it's pronounced. Everybody pronounced it kind of wrong. It's Bud with the E, Boy, Buddy Boy. When you pronounce it together, it's Buddy Boy.
Okay.
And that's my personal site created by my son, Big Nas, the Black Vampire. Shout out to my son.
Shout out.
And what makes this special, in my humble opinion, but I let the people say it more than I'm talking. We're a family-orientated business. You know what I mean? That means my wife is the vice president. My kids are on board. My son create web design as a webmaster. And this is something we've been going on. We've been doing it for 13 years. So this was a different spin for us because I'm used to being, with some of the biggest record labels, but there's a chain of command. There's 3 and 4 and 5 parties on your monies and different other things. But it feels good that I can have a family structure. And taking that out, come from the platinum side of things.
Right.
That taking this autonomy and especially using, the family as an example, it's just everything. Because, we make money, we make music, but who you inspiring?
Right.
You know what I mean? And we didn't wake up saying we wanted to inspire the world. No, we woke up with a passion that we are inspired ourselves first. See, to inspire the world, you got to be inspired first.
Right.
So this is just one of those things. It's Buddy Boy Entertainment. My name is Jerry Buddy Long. My father was Jerry Buddy Long, senior, legend of Motown. And it's tribal now, so we handed down the baton. And that's what it is, you know what I mean?
Okay. Now, you talk about inspiring. Let's go ahead and touch on that a little bit because your daughter is a hip-hop artist. Talk about inspiration to come from under. Baby girl, your daddy is Kokane. And Lil Shawty is nice with the verbals.
Yeah,
how did that come about? Because she had to come. Well, first of all, you being from the era where grandma was telling get your elbows off the table, that means she had to come and get permission to be able to say some of these things. So how did that conversation come about to where she had to say, "Daddy, I want to rap"?
Well, I just gave it to her straight, and you know how I gave it to her straight? By not making it easy for her on purpose.
Okay.
That's how I gave it to her straight. You know what I'm saying?
Let her learn the struggles.
Daddy paid the cost, Grandpa paid the cost, but you ain't gonna have to pay the cost. We did. So at a shorty, when she was like 12 years old, we put her on a record that came out under Starbucks up here in Seattle.
Okay.
And it raised millions of dollars, fam, to get like water pumps over there in those third world countries, man.
Okay.
So it was good that she came into the game with a humanitarian tag attached to her. You know, so she'll know what it means. Now, going in the studio, I didn't make it hard on purpose. There was times, you know, the baby girl used to be crying. And I was like, you know, I explained to her afterwards, you know what I'm saying? But then I had to give her to my own family like that. But now she's 25 years old. She a boss. She talk, you know, like daddy, like daughter. She talk that shit.
Yes, she
You
do.
know what I'm saying? In a real way. But then it feel good to you know, from her mother and her father and her brothers and sisters, that we could see how she grew into this incredible artistic individual. So now she comes around and be like, Dad, you know, she shoved me to the side and she was like, Dad, I know what the heck you was talking about now. He was like, I just love you.
Now
That's
got to make you feel better than any of this music you've ever done.
Man, trust and believe, brother. Like, I done rock with the best of them, man, but ain't nothing like rocking, you know, in the studio with your family and seeing your daughter grow and then actually rocking on stage. And I done been on the most. Ain't nothing to prove. Just trust me, pimpin'. I done been on the best stages in the world, rock with the best of them. But ain't nothing like rocking with your daughter.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
You know, shout out to young Colombiana, Anissa Long. She doing her thing, and she got a single on her too. And that's at my website at www.budeboyent.com. That's BUDE as in Eric, BOYENT.com.
Man, just to sit up and look up your history so I can sound like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's lessons on the way that you came up, because first of all, music in that area where you was coming up wasn't easy to do. It wasn't easy.
Right.
You got signed you were blessed to be signed by Easy, who already had it going, but still, it was still those breaks. With it being now, like, we just put out the song, you know, Monkey Wasn't Funky. It has to be a lot easier today to put music out and get it pushing than it was then. So with this new single that's out, please tell me we're expecting an album here.
Oh, yeah, the new album. That's the first single. The new album is called Give Me Five on the Black Hand Side. You know, and that'll be coming out sometime in late August or early September. Like, why?
You ain't gonna never lose your old soul. I can see that right now.
Nah, not at all, man. They still talking about Jesus Christ 2,000 years later.
That's
you know what I'm
fact.
saying?
That's facts. Okay, so
you know, we still here.
So when is this album gonna drop again? I'm sorry.
Sometime in late August, early September. You know, I got some more singles coming out. I got a remix coming out of the Monkey Wasn't Funky, produced by Battle Cat.
Ooh.
I got another single coming out with my boy, man. Big ups, Cool Rock Ski, man. Keep your head up, D. You know what I mean? Just lost the Fat Boys,
yes.
Prince Marky D.
Yes.
You know, and we got a record coming out called Hush. You know what I mean? On some hip hop shit. So I'm doing a little bit of this and that, but I'm also orchestrating my daughter's EP that's about to come out. You know, her nickname is called Young Colombiana. And then I got a nephew out of Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to O.H. Don. His name is Justin Blue Moon. He got a cutout called Man Please. And everything is right there on my site at buddyboyent.com. The links are in the bio. It's real super simple. If you want to get some funky music, you know, tap into that Kokane sound. Yeah.
Indeed. So, a lot of cats in this game. See, I see it as a bad thing, and also I see it as a good thing. This pandemic shit. Now, last year when this hit and everybody went on restriction, what was your plans that the pandemic put a pause on?
Well, you know what? At one time, there wasn't a lot of people knocking on my door. They would see me, but for no reason. For some reason, I mean, they wouldn't always call me. So when the virus hit, you know, it really was only news. But you know, now it's sensationalized, and it's supposed to be because it's a big deal.
Right.
But back then, you know, I was always close to the family. I didn't have to wait for coronavirus. I was always pushing the line with my vice president, Buddy Boy Entertainment, with my wife, and we kind of like loners. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
But we have solid people worldwide.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We have solid people pushing the line out of love and just dedication to the music. Just been a real 30+ year ride. So we stay out the way, keep this autonomy. You know what I'm saying? I really don't get into the gossip orientated of the music business. You know, I'm just here like a teacher now. I'm not a preacher, I'm a teacher now.
Okay.
Imagine that. We elders now. We at the point where we can teach people how to fish as opposed to just giving them the fish. You know, that don't work no more.
Right.
So that's all we do, man. Just give out this good energy. You know, this is what we do. This is funk. I don't knock nobody else hustle. There's trappers, there's D-boy songs out there, there's pop songs, whatever. But this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? And the sound is still more relevant than ever, man. You see what it's doing. And it's just a blessing to be an architect of that particular sound called G-Funk coming from the West Coast.
Okay. Now, with your whole entire company having your last name, shout out to the vice president, by the way. When this pandemic ends, everybody's got to have a game plan. Give us a small little clip of what your game plan is as soon as we get off restriction, because it may stay open for a while, it may shut down in a couple days. What is your move when we get off restriction?
I mean, well, restriction is going to subside soon. When it's really going to be cracking in 2022. You know what I'm saying?
I believe the same thing.
Let's just be realistic, y'all. It's good that everybody's planting seeds and taking time out to get close to your family, and you realize, you know, you are vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing, but, you know, it's a perfect time for everybody to plant seeds and really get ready to get cracking in 2022.
Right.
Now, I'm going to be doing spec dates here and being here, wiggling, you know, but I ain't going nowhere to the end of March or probably even May. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, we got to be smart people, you know. You got to see a lot of things going on that could just throw a curveball. Look, besides the COVID, look what's happening in Texas, fam. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy.
Shout out and blessings to Texas, because that's
blessings to Texas. So we just taking our time, enjoying the ride. You know, shout out to Team Coca again. Shout out to my homegirl Lisa. You know, and just putting that vibe out there, baby. The Monkey One Funky's out there doing good. We're just getting warmed up. You know what I mean? Because we want people to understand that, hey, this is different from the other stuff. This is funk music. You know what I mean? So we still knocking on doors like Mormons on 10 speakers. Like, wait, but we gonna get it done. Yeah.
Okay, so some of the shit you be saying be killing me. Okay, so if it's, let's say I have everybody's ear, which I'm gonna get, because that's my goal. Is there something you would say to all the artists out here just to give them some motivation?
Well, first you gotta be serious about you. And you can't be looking at the next man. You could be inspired. But look what you got, man. Like, you know, you gotta find some type of uniqueness about yourself. You know, like a sperm cell. All sperm cells don't get to the egg, playboy. So what makes you special?
Okay.
Well, you're never gonna feel like you're special if you're always looking for acceptance from everybody. It don't work like that, playboy. Accept what you do, find your uniqueness, and you find out the universe, the way it works. contrary to what you was going to think, it will be more in your favor if you really find your uniqueness. I mean, uniqueness in your talent, uniqueness in your business, your uniqueness in your innovative approach towards marketing, soaking it up. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's going to make it. Even young Nip said that. Everybody can't go, but it takes you to really find your own identity. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what helped me. You know what I mean? It's like there's a million MCs out there, and this is no bullshit ass arrogance, but it's only one sounding like Kokane.
Absolutely.
Find that lane. Once you find that lane, it's gonna come your way. And then, last but not least, which is the most important, is that you simply got to go to college, man. You got to teach yourself again. How do I make a business out of it? And the coolest thing about it, hurry up and get on the internet before they close the information down. There's information on the internet and through tutorials that you can look all day. And once you get into it, it's actually fun. Learning how to, what ASCAPs and BMI do, and learning certain schematics of different other businesses to help you grow your brand. You know what I mean? So, handle your business, man. 80% music, the rest you already know.
Facts.
80% business,
yeah.
My bad.
I get you.
80% business, 20, the rest is music. That's what it is.
Well, because I'm respectful, Mr. Kokane, which don't even go together, but Kokane, bruh, I just want to say, me coming up in the game the way I did was all by trial and error. Nobody was giving information like the internet is giving out right now. Nobody was giving you information. There wasn't a whole lot of people that would take you under arm. Those who did, they would kind of feel some kind of way after a while. But following what you've done and the people you've done it with, and following your music career through the years and picking up notes here and there, I thank you, because just off of some street knowledge, I've learned so much from you, coming from being the East Coast to having, the family in Motown real big, and, being features on big albums and then dropping big albums, all the way to now where you got, your daughter blessing the microphone and creating avenues like can't even be understood right now. So I truly want to say thank you. I want to say may you keep blessing the world. But again, thank you for even taking the time out to sit on my platform here and giving me the blessing that you have. I hope that everybody was listening and picking up the notes in the game that you were spitting, because it's real science that came out this man today. Y'all better have been taking notes. If not, make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Hype Radio, The Hype is Real. Pay attention to the video again. This time, have your pen and paper, because this man gave a real big bag of knowledge tonight. So people who want to get that unique sound and maybe get some knowledge from you, how can they get a hold of you?
It's easy. Just hit me up on Instagram at KOKANE _OG _ that's Kokane OG. Leave your information. You gotta be serious. You know what I'm saying? You can't go to the Bentley shop with Subaru prices. So you gotta be serious. You understand me? And I ain't hard to find. You know what I'm saying? One of my folks that's close to me, reach out to them. You know what I mean? And we'll make it all make sense. You know what I'm saying? I've been known to turn whole careers around. So holler at your guy. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing. It's nothing. I got you.
Brother, I just want to say thank you for, like I said, taking the time out and giving me the blessing of being on my platform. Just for the simple fact that I was advertising that you were going to be on the show has put me up levels. So shout out and salute and nothing but respect to you. I plan, and I'm asking now, is it possible when I send this, I could possibly get some drops from the legend himself, Kokane?
Oh, yes, sir, man. We good.
Now, if you ever slide back to California, which I know you do a lot, if you ever hit SAC,
Yeah.
I'm a phone call. If you ever, I will leave my job because you got to have many hustles in this game. I will leave the main gig, tell them I got to go. I'm getting the cane. I will come up here and we will get on the radio and talk shit all day long if that's what you want to do, brother. Thank you,
Man,
thank you.
Cool.
Thank you, brother.
Man,
ooh.
Thank you. And like I said, if everybody can show me some love, you want to get some good music, go to my site again at www.buddyboyent.com or www.buddyboymusic.com. It's in my bio on the Instagram. It ain't hard to find. If you need some of that funk, some of that soul music, holla at your guy. Make sure you get the classic Kokane collection. And I just launched my new gear, the Kokane gear. It's out right now. You can go on my page and see what's happening, pick out your shirts. And, all the D-boys going to love this because we slanging legal dough.
Indeed.
That's what it is, man.
Now, I got somebody here. Before you shoot out, give me a quick synopsis on, you got your own weed strain player?
Yeah, the Kokane strand.
If y'all don't go get that shit, if y'all don't go get that, you missing out. Come on now. But
that's launching actually. Shout out to my boy D, the kid, Tree Moguls. That's actually coming out next month. We're doing like a soft launch before we do the real big launch.
Okay.
But we just waiting patiently, riding it out with this coronavirus bullshit. Putting pain where we ain't through these interviews. So, yeah, but that thing is coming real soon, man. And there's a lot of good things, man. The Sugar Free and Cocaine album, the Sugar Cane album.
Oh.
The single with Snoop, Talk That Shit to Me. Let me shut up, man. There's a lot of shit about to come, man. To come for the storm, baby.
Brother, you have followed both my IGs. I got a video show and I'm going to follow you on that. If there's anything you want to talk about, anything you want me to speak about, type it, send it to me. I got you. It's that easy.
Man, appreciate y'all, man.
I like this like family. So I
got to bring my daughter back, too. Man.
Yes, please. Matter of fact, I need to get her music. So tell Lisa to send me her song.
Yeah.
I need
Lisa,
that.
Lisa, you hear that?
Lisa on here. I need that song.
Man,
send that.
She's she a cold-ass campaign manager.
Yes, she is. She been on me.
And not only that, she gets it done, you know what I'm saying, very humble. And, I just appreciate everything that she do.
Indeed.
For the team.
Indeed.
For sure.
All right, good brother. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say good night to you. I hope you have a blessed evening and a blessed 21 because 22 coming around the corner. All gas, no brakes. And I just pray that I'm just remembered. That's all it is.
In a real way, man. Keep smiling, man.
Indeed,
Keep
brother.
Smiling.
You be safe, bro.
God bless. Yes, sir.